Welcome to DBC Diaries, episode 53. I am here today with a good friend of mine from way back in the day. This is Brandon. Welcome here, Brandon. This is his first time here. We went to high school together, actually. So we've known each other a really long time. It's been over 20 years. And
30.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We're not that old. But yeah, so he's here, and Brandon's kind of been doing some really cool stuff with the video channel that he's doing, right? You're doing your Instagram thing, doing some other socials, you're mainly helping guys kind of, I guess, change their life, get back on track, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to, I think we have an epidemic, especially in the States, of people who have kind of reserved to vices, drinking, sedating themselves in their daily life. And I fell prey to that as well. And so I was fortunate enough to be woken up and really, start focusing on health and fitness.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. And we were talking to him, this isn't for everyone, but we both just kind of noticed the old, give them bread in circuses and they'll never revolt. It's funny. We had some other friends from high school here recently, and man, they were talking about pro football like they played for the team. It was kind of cracking me up because I knew these guys in high school. They didn't even play football in high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, football is like the religion up there now. It's crazy. And I love to watch sports here and there, but it's gotten so just people's lives revolve around it and the drinking, and it's cool. You want friends. There's lifestyle benefits to that, but a lot of the food and the drinks and the alcohol, it's
consuming.
It tears you apart and gets you in this endless loop you just can't seem to get out of. So
it's consuming. And I mean, I've seen marriages fail over season tickets.
Jeez.
Which is, unfortunately, it's the truth. People have become so beholden to these things that just take from them. And that I think that was my biggest realization, is that, alcohol and things of that nature, all they ever did in my whole life was take from me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy stuff. So we had you come down, you're helping people. Here we help you out, and we're fixing up your shoulders.
Yeah.
Did that a bit earlier. You had what was it? It was tendonitis, I think, in your shoulders, right?
I have tendonitis in both shoulders, and I have a slight tear in my left shoulder. So
right at the supraspinatus. So is it more like overhead motion where it hurts?
It is. It's more overhead motion. It's definitely especially over the past few months, after, medical intervention has kind of caused it to get worse. And
well, that's a great point. So let's get into that. So we don't get a lot of people talking about how they treat you in America. So you've had this pain. I mean, you work a lot. How long have you been dealing with the pain, and what's been the protocol in the US for it?
I would say that I dealt with problems in my shoulders for a couple of years now, but I wasn't as active as I was. I was kind of just getting through my days. So when I wasn't putting them to as much use, I wasn't feeling it as much. Now that I am definitely focused on health and fitness, I'm in the gym 6 days a week.
Sure.
I'm trying to make this shift in my life, and I'm using my body more. I feel like that has kind of shined a light on all of these issues that I've had. And going not only in the American medical system, and I am a union worker, I have what is considered a Cadillac medical plan.
Mm-hmm.
And from coming from what I had, it's a very good thing, and I am taken care of. My children have had to use it, and it's been good in that sense. Unfortunately, I would say the red tape issue is that we run into a lot, and the having to get passed around.
Well, the time is what we were talking about.
Yeah, the time as well. I mean,
we did your blood work, MRIs. We had results next day.
The amount of attention and care coming here in 2 days, and I said this earlier, it would have taken 3 months to get it done with the appointments and different consultations, and blood work one day, consultating over blood work the next day, and then another appointment, and another. And so it goes. And you get into this thing where you're really frustrated with the level of care that you're receiving. And then when it comes to treatment, you're getting really subpar. They're not trying to fix the problem. Yeah. Whereas I feel like coming here, that was the main thing. It was like, let's fix it. We can fix it. You're a perfect candidate to fix it. And also, I mean, to the credit of the surgeon that I spoke with up in Washington State, when I kind of laid out what was going on, he even, he's a big proponent for stem cells.
So good.
And was like, you are 100% a candidate for this treatment above surgery. He was like, I would pursue this, 100% pursue the stem cell treatment before we even get you looking at a surgical route, right?
Oh, well, that's good, because so many of those surgeons, they're just looking to cut. And you're in no man's land. I mean, your first, second degree arthritis, both, which is normal wear and tear. The hyperextension of the supraspinatus and then the partial tear. You're in that zone. Like, it's just a waiting game. Like, hey, what do they do? They'll treat the pain. You can get some painkillers, right?
Yeah.
Or they'll do the cortisone, which you did a few times, right? And that confuses where the inflammation is. It doesn't fix anything. If anything, it speeds up how soon you'll need surgery, because it weakens the tissues in the area and it starts deteriorating faster. It's messed up. Again, it doesn't fix anything.
And unfortunately, it's not explained to you like that when you're getting in. And, you and I talked about it earlier, is that, the cortisol injections into my shoulder, that's like putting it on a credit card, when eventually you're going to have to pay the toll for that.
Yeah.
And, I was getting multiple injections in both shoulders to kind of quiet the pain down and quiet the problem. Unfortunately, when that starts to wear off in 3 or 4 months, you start to realize that, the pain was gone, but the damage is increasing. And now the pain, and once you get to a point where the shots aren't working anymore, and you're just living with the pain, and it's either, your options there are essentially eat half a bottle of Tylenol every day, or
go back to the alcohol.
Do whatever you can to sedate the problem and to sedate the pain, which I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people just sort of self-medicate to get through. And, I did that for so long. I was definitely, part of I was stuck in that cycle of vices and self-medication for so long, that once I got out of it, and once I broke free and got clear and started seeing everything for kind of what it was, I could never go back. And because once you see the truth, you can't go back to it, right?
Totally.
And I don't even like now taking medications for Tylenol. I will if I have to, but it's not something my go-to. Whereas before, I was buying the Costco tubs of Tylenol. And just, getting through my weeks with that. So I think that once the injections on that side sort of stopped, and we started to look into, they were essentially saying, well, surgery is probably an option. You're looking at 6 months of downtime. That's lost wages. That's out of work. That is a severe strain, I think, on anyone at my age or anyone's age, right? And that's when, and you and I had talked in the past about this. We've talked about me coming down.
Yeah, I told you to come sooner, but
you did. You did, to your credit. I mean, the guy wrote the book on it, told me to come down and that he would get everything squared away for me. For one reason or another, didn't make the trip until now. And it's funny because the hardest part of this whole thing, because you make it so easy, I mean, between transportation, accommodation, it really is a top-notch service, and your clinic is state-of-the-art. The hardest part was getting here, and even that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's really not, that old saying, fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. It's just not as big of a undertaking, as I thought it would be.
And is Mexico so scary? Or
No, and that's another thing too, is like I've been to Mexico plenty of times before and like other places, but I have to say that this, Puerto Vallarta in my couple days here has been, like I was telling you earlier, it's been one of the cleanest cities. The food has been incredible. The people have been incredible. I'm definitely coming back. I mean, I told you that already. Like,
yeah.
I'm coming back, regardless of any of this stuff. And yeah, it's just, the whole experience of it all has been pretty eye-opening, honestly. And also the care and the quickness in which it's being taken care of, where I'm not feeling like I'm being shuttled around and pushed off to another. Okay, well, we have to get a consult from this person. It's essentially a one-stop shop.
Well, great, man. Well, it means the world to me. Thank you. And, we were joking earlier. It's like you're never a prophet in your hometown.
Yeah.
If anyone's not going to believe me, it's like, it's screw them what that saw me in high school and we were all drinking and crazy and idiots back then. And, but you grow up, you do these things, and we're helping a lot of people. So it's cool getting to help people that I care about that I've known for such a long time. And glad you're here. And thanks so much. If you at home would like to learn more about stem cells, check out our website. You got the book on Amazon. You can get that. You can go to the website at www.dreambody.clinic. Scroll down on the homepage. All the treatments are listed. Info's there. Testimonials like this. Links to studies. The price is all there. So it couldn't be easier to get info. And you can call us toll free anytime. Free consultation. We'll explain it all or answer questions at 888-704-3977. I'm Josh. Happy to help.